What's up, everyone? It's your boy Showtimedr. So I wanted to get into the conference and why there was so much rage because I had it detailed to me by a friend in the chat on my stream by the name of Random Korean, who clearly lives in Korea. So I was asking him, I was like, why was everyone so pissed off over there? And to explain like a couple of the things that I didn't quite understand because I'm from America and I'm playing on the global server. Well, apparently in Korea, they've had a rash of hacking, basically people uh, using tools to get ahead of the game, and that Super Creative's not really doing much about. Supposedly, at least not up, not in, not at the moment, and also, apparently, one of the super creative guys really pissed them off because they referred to the Korean server as the 15 percenters. 15% means that the Korean server brings in 15% of their revenue. So, as a result, they're not a priority for a lot of the upgrades and figuring on, allocating resources to fix the issues that they're specifically having right now that the global server is not necessarily experiencing to that same rate. So he was telling me that they're really pissed off because it's kind of like a heritage thing. Like they started the game in Korea, they're in Korea, but they basically used, according to the way that some of them are speaking, they used the Korean server to get the money to be able to launch the global server. And now that the global server is making the most money, who cares about the problems of the Korea server as much as the global servers? So likewise, that's why a lot of you noticed a lot of people at the conference, they were asking a lot of really confrontational questions. Now, he also told me that at the conference there was kind of a rule that they all had to go by, and the rule was basically you can only ask about certain things, and a lot of the things that were addressed at the conference were not supposed to be discussed, such as the hacking and why they're not doing certain things, and the guy that was complaining about them not having the shop stuff available, etc. And the rule was basically you got to stick to these types of questions in your conference and you can't talk about all these other issues. And so a lot of them went off script and said, no, we are going to talk about all these other issues. And you're trying to silence us. And you were threatening the local creators in Korea to say nice things about their game or else. And one of them, they basically felt like they were being, blackmailed to a point to where he told his viewers that, hey, if something happens to me, call the police and that type of thing. So there was like some really serious allegation stuff going on, and it actually surprised me when I was reading it for myself. And apparently, when K Gaming streamed it, because he was able to translate it live, a lot of the people that were watching there on the translation said it was a really brutal thing. So that's kind of where a lot of the rage came from. And the gentleman, Random Korean, made a good point to me too. He says, well, the global can laugh at us right now, but eventually all of these issues would come to the global server as well because, they're giving in the hacking issue. They're giving the hackers basically free reign to do whatever they want. So they're going to figure out ways to backdoor and eventually get to the global servers and start taking over our accounts and, giving themselves lots of currency and lots of farm and being able to upgrade at a much faster rate than even the whales can. And so this is actually pretty serious stuff, according to him. And I was I was starting to agree, actually, to be perfectly honest. And so if you guys were wondering the real reason why all this stuff went down and why there was so much of a hostility, for lack of a better term, as to what was going on. That's the main reason. Lots of Koreans, and it's also a matter of like national pride type of thing, and taking care of your fellow Koreans. And in the Asian community, in general, I'm not saying everywhere, but in general, ethnic identification along with helping each other out, before making money off of other cultures. That's actually a very respected thing in those cultures. So anyhow, that was what I got as far as an explanation as to why everybody was mad and why Super Creative reacted so heavily as to give us all 4 5-star tickets, 2 for gear and 2 for characters, as well as lots of promises that they're making, and hopefully a timeline is something that they're going to do. Now I know a lot of people too, you guys are saying, oh, they were raging too much, it didn't need to go that far and that type of thing. Yeah, like it'd be nice if you could talk to people that develop something that you like and convince them that, hey, this is serious to us, and not get just dismissive answers and broken promises. But those guys were really upset, and some of them, some of the points I was like, maybe, but I'm not there, so I can't say. Like, I was laughing at when the Epic creator got threatened, supposedly, because I was an Epic creator. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, dude, if a company threatened me, I would, like, laugh at their face. But then, I'm in America. If I'm in Korea, where everything's a lot more serious and everything's a lot more local, maybe I'm in fear of my life, too. Because a lot of the culture in Korea, from what I've noticed, it's a lot more... what's the easiest way to say this? Not manly men, to be nice, and it's nothing against them. That's just the way the culture is, and that's how the culture raises people. So that's fine. But you can be a lot more fearful versus someone like me or whoever else, who are just like, oh, you're gonna come after me, huh? Good luck, like that type of thing. So, anywho, I just wanted to let you guys know and get your guys' reactions as to what did you think to the reaction of both Smilegate giving us all the tickets and all the complaints that were levied, and was everything covered satisfactorily? Are there additional things you think Smilegate should do, or what have you? Just give me a heads up. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna start paying more attention to this topic, because I admit the greater majority of it, when I read it, slipped past me because I've just been in a funk. Finally reset up the studio, got my green screen back, and able to sit down and dedicate time to making content again. So, anyhow, but hopefully the Gotcha Life's treating you guys well, and that'll be it for me for now. So, I'll see you guys later on. Have a great day. Peace.